Welcome back to On Point Productions studio in downtown Binghamton, and we continue with our JulyFest 2017 preview. And joining me now, Mr. Mike Carbone, musical director of JulyFest.
Thanks for having me here.
Well,
Glad
Mike,
to be back.
Nice to see you again. Now, if you've seen this face before, maybe you saw him performing with Splash over at number 5. Mike is quite a musician in his own right, and I guess I would call you the recruiter for JulyFest.
Yes, the recruiter and the booking agent, so to speak. You know.
And a real sharp jacket, by the way.
Well, Ron asked me to wear this jacket.
Looking sharp, baby. Looking sharp.
He's my set designer for the day.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the entertainment that's coming up again this year. I see some names here that I've seen in the past. Obviously, Splash plays every year. And Friday night, will that your gig?
Well, Friday night we're the last group to play. Right. That's one of Ron's favorite groups to have on the festival, and he calls it the Splash Concert. So we'll be playing from 8 to 11 on Friday night. We're usually the end cap for the Friday night activities. Mm-hmm. A lot of great groups throughout the whole festival. We've got everything from local, regional, and national acts that are going to be on our stage throughout the weekend. So we're really excited about it this year. We've got a lot of support, from the downtown business community, and that's what makes this all available and free to the community. So I think in your previous segment on the website indicated that people can go in and click on the website and see and hear some of the groups. They either take the link to their website or even to some audio and video pages where you can actually see ahead of time what you might want to go down and enjoy for the whole weekend.
How do you balance the amount of artists that you have that are coming in? How do you balance who's coming back versus new, and do you have a formula for a blend, or you just kind of decide as you go along, this is a new group I'd like to have, and how do you go about finding some of them?
Well, I have a number of groups that have submitted to me over the last couple of years that want to get in. Sometimes it's a timing issue. You go after a group that has been wanting to be on the festival and they're already booked for that weekend, or due to some other circumstances can't be on the festival. Some of the groups that you see recurring, the feedback and or the audience reaction has always been positive. So we do bring them back, and it gives people a chance to talk about those groups throughout the year after the festival and bring them back to downtown. The idea is to come up with a wide variety of music groups that offer different styles of music within the confines of jazz and blues, and that we have some R&B, some pop and soul. Last year we had the Van Morrison Tribute Band, which is the Bruce Beetle group, and they went over really well, so we're going to have them play a little bit longer this year. We've got a new group on Friday playing before Splash, which is the Terry Walker Steely Dan Tribute Band, Cousin Dupree. It's a great group. They had a great concert out at the previous Spotlight restaurant on Route 26, which is now down here on Route 7 on Main Street, Binghamton, 73 Court. And they had a great concert out there, so we're going to bring them to the stage. It's an 11-member group. We've got some big groups this year, a lot of music, a lot of musicians, and Ron has afforded me a budget through the donations, and try to squeeze as much as we can into the weekend and get as many artists involved as possible. Some of the recurring groups, like Glenda Davenport from New York City, she's a great jazz vocalist from New York City. That goes over really well. A couple of new groups, the Teen Jazz Project, which is a group of high school students from all over the county that do a number of performances throughout the year. Wanted to get them on the docket this year, along with the Juice Blenders Band from Binghamton High School.
Always good. If you haven't heard their steel drum group, they were really good.
And the goal was to give some younger musicians a chance, along with the Nora Gila Project. She's going to be our end cap on Sunday. Wonderful singer with a young group doing some songwriting and singing, beautiful voice.
Now, is she local or is she from
Yeah,
out of
she's
town?
local.
She's local.
No, she's local. And Ayana de Valle's got a new group, Ayana D and the Elements, doing a combination of Ella Fitzgerald's type stuff mixed in with some Latin tinged music. We've got a national act, Morali Coriel, as a great jazz and blues guitarist, and he's being backed up by some of the local jazz blues artists. So that's going to be exciting for him to be here. He just happens to be swinging his tour through here, so we were able to pick him up. Ronnie Lee, who hasn't been on the festival in a couple of years, tours up and down the East Coast, everywhere from the south of Florida through Rochester, Buffalo, Canada. Fantastic singer, and he's bringing a fantastic group with 3 horn players. Terrific. Again, we got some really big groups coming on this year, so there'll be a lot of great music to go along with all the great food, not just the vendors, but all of the great restaurants that happen to be downtown, whether it be the Colonial, the Galaxy, Muffers is now downtown, Sakatumi. I mean, there's just a wealth of great food and shops down here in Binghamton, and it's all free. I think Ron mentioned that that's all free.
Yeah, it is.
And our Saturday night band, the Blacklights band, this will be the 3rd year we've had them back. It's a 13-member show band, and they are just incredibly dynamic. 5 guys up front singing, 3-piece horn section, full line of rhythm section in the back. They do everything from Motown to Bruno Mars, you name it, they do it, and it's high energy and it's a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to them being back. So.
Tell me about Rhonda Plunkett and Ron Emmerich Band.
Well, Rhonda Plunkett's a little-known singer here in Binghamton, New York.
Yeah, she is.
She is the lead singer in Splash. And Ron Emmerich is a keyboard player that moved back up here from Baltimore. He's originally from this area, and he and Rhonda, for many years, had a couple of different groups that were quite successful. So now that he's returned to the area, now I believe working for Security Mutual, they put a group back together, and they're doing some of the music that they used to do, which is always very, very popular. So we're going to feature them on the group.
It's a lot of work for Rhonda at the festival this year.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, it's interesting. The music itself, what time does the music start now? Friday will start 5 or 6?
Friday will start at 12 noon.
Really?
Yep, we've got music going all afternoon. So those people that are downtown, if you're not working, come on downtown. I mean, all the craft vendors are going to be there. Your lunch break, the juice blenders will be playing with the Teen Jazz Project following up right after that. New group, the Lou Francovillo Senior Jazz Quartet. Quintet will be playing.
Local?
Local group.
Francovillo was a name that used to own Pancho's Pit. I don't know who's related to that. It goes back a few years to my high school days. So.
I don't know. It's a musical family that has long tradition in this area that stretches out all across the United States. And he has one son who is known nationally as a writer and arranger.
Oh, that's terrific.
So Bobby Francovillo. So, and then, various groups throughout the afternoon leading up to the Terry Walker group and Splash. Saturday we start at noon with Eric Ross Band, followed by, let's see, we've got
the Magic Schedule.
Yeah, we got the Magic Schedule here. Glenda Davenport, then Morale Coriel, then the Ronnie Lee Group, and then the Mitzig Moon Dance, and there'll be a short changeover, and then the Blacklights. I mean, it's just non-stop, high energy, great dancing music. W&W Nurseries in Owego will be greening up downtown again for us. They do a great job with making it very, very livable space, so to speak, with all the foliage and trees that they bring down. So thanks to them. We'll have seating, and there's always enough room for people to dance as well.
Yeah, there is. And that seating is right on State Street, and in the late afternoon, if it gets a little warm, you'll get some shade there. If you prefer to sit in the sun like I do, there's plenty of that. You got the nice green space right there in the corner of State and Court as well, with some benches. So there's plenty of room for everybody, no question.
And again, we cap off Saturday night this year with fireworks. So right at 10 o'clock when the Blacklights finish, we'll have a nice fireworks show.
Match.
And then Sunday we go from noon until about 4:30.
Yeah, that'll be it for the
great groups.
And
more of a Latin kind of flavor on Sunday.
Terrific.
And Latin and jazz.
Yeah, that's real nice. And I assume at about 4:45 on Sunday, you will start planning for next year.
Maybe 5:30.
give yourself 45 minutes to an hour break.
We got to clean up everything.
Well, the lineup looks terrific, and like you said, there's something for everybody. You've got jazz, you've got blues, you've got rock, a little bit of everything. It looks like a fabulous lineup.
It is a great lineup, and we're very, very lucky to have the support of the local businesses and community. On Point Studios helps house our musicians in between, so they have a cool place to stay.
Oh, very nice.
And a lot of the local restaurants that we purchase and get food from along the weekend to help service some of our musicians. So we take care of our musicians too. So.
It's good to hear. And obviously On Point is doing the production here of our program that'll air on Charter Communications, and we certainly thank On Point for their cooperation.
Thank you very much.
Good people. A lot going on in downtown Binghamton. If you haven't been in downtown in a while, you really got to come out and see what's going on. It's great.
And I think it's key, that downtown Binghamton has really come alive, especially in the last couple of years. So this is to celebrate not just the festival and the music, but to celebrate downtown, to build community, to get people to come out because it is free. And we'd really like people to come down, and there's no ticket price or anything like that, to come down and enjoy the music, walk around, see the craft vendors, walk around and see all the artists, go to the Kids Art Zone. And it's a lot of businesses have donated a lot of money to make this happen. So we want to thank them by getting as many people down here as possible.
And Ron has already guaranteed good weather, as he does every year.
Yeah, he put his order in.
He did.
That order went in at 5:45 last year.
To AccuWeather, from Ron's lips to AccuWeather's ears. So JulyFest will take place Friday, July 14th, 15th, and 16th. Please go to the website. JulyFestBinghamton.com. A lot of information there if you'd like to volunteer. As Ronnie said, can always use more volunteers. It's a lot of fun. You get exposure to the entertainment the whole time you're there.
Bring your dancing shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a great time. Once again this year, the 55th annual Downtown Binghamton JulyFest. You get to see and hear all the great artists that Mike has brought in, get to experience the Kids Art Zone and the 5K race. Look for Ron. He'll be wearing his red tights in the race, and I know he'll run very, very fast. So we're looking forward to that as well. So hope to see you all at JulyFest this year. Once again, our thanks to the good people at On Point for putting this production together. Watch us on Charter Communications. I'm Dave Whalen for Mike Carbone and for Ron Saul. See you at JulyFest, mid-July in downtown Binghamton. Thanks for watching.